Hello everyone, thank you for watching my video. This is going to be a video about zombie preparedness. Now, this is a topic that is rarely discussed and is actually kind of laughed about and joked about a lot, but I think it's actually a big thing. Now, have been other viruses out there that have wiped out a good chunk of the population, and back in the 1800s, I think the bubonic plague was, no one really knew what viruses was. They just thought it was like a spell and everyone died and it was a curse. But the avian flu, we were more prepared, but still a lot of people died. Now, if people were more prepared and they actually knew what was going on, there could have been less casualties. So that's why I'm making this video. It is because I believe it is actually an imminent threat and it could be prevented if it ever came up. In this video, there are going to be a few things. There are going to be supplies. There are going to be knowing what to do at the very beginning when you first hear the announcement. And then there's going to be one section about staying where you are or leaving to be with family or just to move locations or whatever. That is going to be the focus of this video. There's a lot more. There's going to be a paper attached to this video that has more of the details. I cannot talk about that right now, but first let's go over supplies. This is a big deal. They're consumables. Now, most people, they don't really stock up for past about a week, maybe a month, if you talk to some people. However, this is where it becomes crucial. You want to buy at least a stock pantry, or have at least a shelf of a cabinet filled with some type of non-perishable canned goods. Fruit, veggies, Spam is actually really decent in a crisis. Anything like that, because basically when a natural disaster happens, including a zombie apocalypse, there will be no electricity, so things will spoil. You cannot heat things up. Having non-perishable around that you don't have to heat up and that will not go bad are an essential. Next is first aid. Now, first aid is also another crucial supply that you need. A lot of first aid kits that are sold at the Rite Aid, endorsed by, if they have the symbol, there's a little symbol for the Red Cross. If you see that on it, get that. It's good. It's been thoroughly checked over by medical professionals at the Red Cross, and and you can use them to take care of most minor injuries like abrasions, scrapes, cuts, things like that, bruises. Some of them even actually come with a poison ivy, a poisonous plants kit, and there are also some that come with ipecac, which can induce vomiting in case of poison. Now, not to say that you should use that for main source of treatment, but at least treat it until you can actually get it treated. Next up, weapons. Now, this is a topic that not a lot of people know about. You always think about zombies, they're like, oh, you just get guns and da. You can't do that. You have to know exactly what to do. Weapons are, especially firearms, are very difficult to use, and they take a certain degree and they have a learning curve. So if you can get a firearm or buy one, go out to the shooting range, take a class, learn how to use and how to maintain that weapon and what to do in case of a malfunction, and then practice with it. Go to the shooting range and practice with it and do some target practicing. The hardest part is that it's a stationary target opposed to a moving target. There's a big difference. If you can get a firing range that has moving targets from side to side, use that. It's because in a state of panic, it is very difficult to think clearly and to use equipment properly. Now, that's where the practice comes in. If it becomes second nature to you, there will be no problem when something else arises. It just becomes a reflex at that point. Now, if you don't have a firearm, most houses have some blunt object, like a baseball bat or a hockey stick or an umbrella or a cane. You can use those too. They will break just like any other object, but they're better than nothing, and just know how to use them efficiently. Next up is clothes. Buy clothes or have clothes that is as skin tight as possible, but also long Even during the summer, wear the long during a zombie apocalypse, wear a long sleeve shirt, long pants, boots, like work boots, steel-toe boots, even hiking boots could be okay sometimes. Do not wear flip-flops and sneakers and all that, because it's very easy to tear through them. What not to bring. This is a big thing. A lot of people get really attached to inanimate objects, which is fine, because that it is your thing, and especially like family heirlooms have been passed down. But nothing is worth your life, so leave it alone. There's one exception I can think of right now, is like a ring, like your family ring or family necklace, as long as it's like short chained and tucked. You can bring those along, but like things like vases or like pictures or something like that, leave them. They're not worth your life. I know it is really mean to say, but that is just the truth. It is not worth your life. Now that you have all the supplies, though, what do you do next? So when the first announcement comes either through the news, the radio, people on the street, what have you, don't panic. Just know that you have things set ready, and start going through your checklist in your head. Be like, okay, I have this, this, and this. I need to go back home. I need to call X, Y, and Z, see how they're doing, tell them to hunker down or to come meet them if they're close, and then decide what I'm going to do next. If you already have a meeting spot for a disaster, or for a meeting place just for anything that happens that's disastrous, go there if you can. If you cannot, stay in your home. That leads me to my next point. When you stay, secure the entrances, secure the windows, secure any opening that you can get in. If people bang on the door, just leave them, unless that you are expecting them to come, and make sure you check that they are the only ones there. Because more people, it gets a lot more dangerous. Now, if you can contact the authorities, do it. But I have a feeling that if a disaster happens, a lot of people, and zombie apocalypse happens, a lot of people are going to be alerting the authorities, so you don't really have to. But if you feel inclined and it makes you feel better, do it. Now, here's the big thing. That's staying. What if you need to leave and meet someone? Basically, pack light. Pack the essentials only: a few cans of food, some spare clothes, a first aid kit, flashlight, batteries, radio, your cell phone. If it's still on, if it's not, leave it. Actually bring it along just in case it turns back on, and just that's it. Pack light. Get like a backpack, like a school backpack, or even one of those hiking backpacks, those big few gallon backpacks that can carry a lot. Bring that, and go. Travel with only a few people. I say 3 is the limit to a group. Any more than that, it starts getting a little hectic, and it's very hard to keep track of people. That being said, don't travel at night, because along with not being able to keep track of people, it's hard to keep track of yourself at night, because you can barely see each other, and if electricity is out, it is extremely hard to see. We live in a very lit up world, and you can see everything, but when the lights are out, it is dark. There is nothing there. You cannot see anything. So before it gets dark, find a place that you can stay. Therefore, zombies can't sneak up on you. A good example is that when you're camping, there is no lights around, there's only the stars. It is very easy for something to sneak up on you. That's why you always are told to be careful, especially because animals can sneak up on you very easily and attack. Now, what do I think is the best course of action? I think is to stay, because you are familiar with where you're at, you know your exits, you know your entrances, you know what you need to do. That is my opinion. If you need to go somewhere, if you have to meet your family, by all means go, but be prepared. I cannot stress enough, be prepared. Now the last thing I wanted to say is the best thing you can have is your brain. If you are calm and collected, you can think through and rationalize almost everything. Some things cannot be explained, but as long as you stay cool, you have a better chance of survival. Well, that is it. Thank you very much for listening. Please read my how-to guide, and I really appreciate you all for watching. Thank you.